everyone. Welcome to part 3 of the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe Spin Jump Challenge, and that is so long of a name. Now, before we begin, I have to mention 3 things. 1, we got a new dog. Yeah, her name is Jada, and she's cute. Okay, second thing, if you notice that some of my newer videos comments are disabled, I didn't do that. It's a part of YouTube's new rules. Content that channels that make kids content like mine, because you're all awesome people, kind of get stuff like comments disabled. So it's something I can't control, and I'm sorry about that. But okay, another thing. In case you didn't know, if you're watching this while the video's still new, then make sure you watch Super Mario Survivor Episode 3, because we'd like some votes on that, because we gotta have some votes. You gotta vote who you want to be eliminated from the show. And one more thing, this series, the Spin Jump Challenge, is actually pretty old. The part 2 was very, very long ago. So make sure that you've seen both parts 1 and 2 before watching this one, in case you haven't, because it's definitely been a while since I've done one of these. Anyways, last time we went through World 5, which was way easier to do than World 1. And now we're entering World 7. So, oh boy, it got right. So, what our plan is to go normally all the way to the ghost house. So then we'll take the secret exit in the ghost house and then we'll skip to the castle. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, beginning with Marin. I always have trouble pronouncing that name. Maringy Clouds. Okay, whatever. So since we still have this boy with us, well, actually, oops, I just jumped there. Since we still, it's been a while since I've done this, I apologize. But anyways, as you remember, the rules are we cannot do normal jumps. We can only spin jump in stages. So in stages, B and A are not allowed. Even if it's for some other action, B and A are not allowed in stages. So yeah. That was basically the challenge that we're trying to beat the game. Now, luckily, we still have Pink Yoshi with us, and this is great because I don't have my acorn suit. And as you know, one thing that you want to have in this challenge is the acorn suit, because it lets you spin jump way higher. But since I don't have that now, might be a problem. Oh, hey, look, I got it. Okay, well, that makes things like easier. Okay, so anyways, let's continue. The problem with baby Yoshis, when like you're flying through the air with them, is that going down is so slow. So slow. It's kind of annoying. It makes things difficult. However, since we have the baby Yoshi, I think I like to mention the fact that we can probably not have to do the whole way on the whole cloud for this first level. Because as you know, the bricks appear. So maybe we can use those to catch ourselves. We'll see. Oh, watch out, watch out. We'll step on the cloud still, just in case. Okay, now we can start. See? The blocks already appear for us. Let's run through. Oh. Okay. Up in the air, up in the air. Ah! And that's why we need the acorn suit, folks. Let me grab you. Yeah, you better let me grab you. Oh no, the acorn. So as you can see, 7-1 definitely seems possible. Just make sure you watch out for this piranha plant. Oh no. Okay, this is definitely going to be a problem. Oh. So during that part, you gotta be careful if you don't have just the acorn suit. If you have the baby Yoshi, things might get a bit more difficult at this point. So just make sure that you're very skilled at using this thing. I'm not, as you can clearly see. I am not very skilled. However, with enough patience and, wow, my first try too, you can make it to the end. Which is great, because I was actually worried there. But hopefully what I'm hoping, Because unlike World 1 and 5, I didn't actually put any research into the levels and see what we're doing. So, yeah. I guess there's that. Now, as you know, we are able to press A on the world map, so therefore we are able to make ourselves get this. Now, we can either take each route. I believe both are possible. We'll take this route because in the other route, though, you have Lakitu. Gotta watch out for him. And, problem with that is when you have the Baby Yoshi, since you're going down slow, things might get difficult to dodge. So, if you have the Baby Yoshi with you, I recommend you do Switchback Hill. If you just have the Acorn suit, then I recommend you do 7-2. There's a problem here, though, because this is why you kind of want the Baby Yoshi for this stage. It's because you kind of need him to get past that part if you're taking him with you. And another thing, losing your Acorn can be dangerous. As you know, there are a lot of bullet bills in this stage. And, things might get bad. Especially since I don't believe there are actually any Acorn suits here. Yeah, just ice flowers. On the bright side, this doesn't mean we can freeze things when we're not holding the Baby Yoshi, but I always recommend we do, so that we can fly over everything, because it's very useful in this stage. Just be careful when you're in tight spaces, like that one with the bullet bill, because things can get pretty bad there. Just make sure you're able to time it right, because as you know, the Baby Yoshi can run out of air. So always gotta be careful. In this moment, it looks pretty cool because you can keep yourself bouncing on these bullet bills until you inevitably die like me because I try to show off. At this point, we lost the Baby Yoshi, but we were near the end. So just getting past that point, because right after that would be the flag, is all you really need. And we're just gonna ignore Nabbit, no one needs him. But the fact that I died is actually a good thing because it means I get to show you this stage. What happens if you just have the Acorn suit but no Baby Yoshi? So everyone, bye Baby Yoshi. You're very useful for us so far on the run. But now we're on Seesaw Shrooms. For this one, you do have to watch out for the Lakitu, but since you don't fall slowly, unless you're doing this like a big noob, because I'm bad at video games, well then you don't have that much of a problem. Also, you have normal Yoshis, but as we know, we don't use those things because they're not very useful. As you can see, you still do need the Acorn suit, which makes things harder. If, like me, you accidentally die because, you know, like I said, I wasn't planning this time around, you could take the pipe back to World 1 because, in case you didn't know, there's usually in Acorn Plains a free Acorn, Super Acorn that you can collect, which makes things pretty useful. However, sometimes if it doesn't appear, then you have to go to level 1, because you never know what will happen. Sometimes it appears, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how to change if it appears or not, but for now we're back in level 1. So if you lose your Acorn suit, you'll probably be coming back here. So keep that in mind if you don't want to come back to this level over and over. Look at that. I beat the stage and we now have the Acorn. So that makes things better. As you can also see, the Baby Yoshis also respawned. So if you want to get the Baby Yoshi, you can also do that too. Now, because I prefer to not have the Baby Yoshi because it makes me slow, I'm just going to do 7-2 because I haven't really showed you that much of that level yet since I died pretty early in the stage. So going back here, when we enter the level, things seem fine. So for World 7, it seems like the only problem here is that unlike Worlds 1 and 5, I didn't really look too much into planning, okay, so I'm going to go this level, and this level, and this level. I wasn't really thinking of that too much for this world, just because I'm not good at planning things. Like, as you can see, I literally just lost my Acorn again, which means that we might have a problem. Luckily, we have a little thing called these are all seesaws, and enemies can weigh it down. We can use that to our advantage. These Koopa Troopas can lean the seesaws down if you ever need to get to a higher seesaw, and you might barely be able to make it. So look out for piranha plants and more Goombas. Keep on going, keep on going. Make sure you ignore the Yoshis. The part where we have the Lakitus is where things are going to get funky. You're going to have to take damage to these unless you have the acorn suit. Luckily, there's a mushroom at this point so that you're able to jump through again. You can make this jump and then wait for the spiny, if there is any, to lower the seesaw just a bit. Or you can die. Oh man, I was thinking of the wrong name. Should I have a blooper reel? Nah, it makes it more, interesting. It's like, yeah. What I wasn't thinking of was, okay, I was thinking of the wrong game. I'm sorry. Let's get back to where we were. I mean, okay, sorry, I jumped there. I was just, getting back to where I was, because we already know the whole part of that level is possible. Gotta take damage here unless you have the acorn suit, which you're fine. Now we have to be careful because you gotta be very accurate at this part. For as you can clearly see, things might not be fun here if you don't have the acorn. Luckily, we did get one, so realizes. Well, I was saving this for a better moment, but this is basically an overpowered acorn suit. With this, you can use it at any time. I mean, it kind of feels like cheating, though, which is why I don't use it now. I kind of accidentally selected it. Anyways, there. We're back where we are. So, this is where we were before. So, it's like nothing really happened. That was just and I got it again. That one jump might be a challenge. So, what I do recommend is that you do go into the stage of the acorn suit. It's not like one castle where it's impossible without it, but it's difficult without it. You'll be able to not take damage when you're jumping over the fuzzies if you have the acorn suit, since your spin jump is much higher. Just watch out for spines raining from above and from below, because you're going to be focusing on a lot of things at one time. You're also going to be having to jump back and forth and back and forth. And make sure to not hit the enemies above you on the seesaws, because then everything will start spiraling into chaos since you jump high, but try not to jump too high. And also moments like that. Let's go back to where we were. But here, once you get to this point, as you saw there, I wasn't thinking and I got damaged by the fuzzy. So at this point, you need to wait for the platforms to shrink and grow if you want to get across. Or else you're going to take damage, and nobody likes taking damage. Going through, you got to be careful. Things get a bit harder at this moment, but they're still possible. But you'll constantly have to wait if you want to be safe. This time I'm not going to be impatient. And there we go. That was this stage. So both of them were possible. It's just that I was not planning at all. So I'm sorry about that. But I kind of wanted to get this going again because I did want to finish this challenge. So also I got a free mushroom. That's nice. Thanks, Toad. Anyways, now that we're done with that, we can finally get to the tower. Now this here might be a problem for us. It's a vertical level, and as you remember in the last towers we had, you kind of needed the acorn because these towers are just not fun when you don't have them. Well, there's usually like one point where you need it or else the level becomes impossible. Moments like that. At the beginning of the stage, be very careful. The jumps are possible though. This might be a bit difficult. You might need the super mushroom for this, which means that if you took damage, you'll have to kill yourself. Man, if only you can spin jump, wall jump. That would make things so much more useful. If you have a mushroom in your inventory, I suggest you take it at the start of the level. It's, this episode of the challenge feels more like I'm guiding it feels more like I'm accidentally guiding you by trying to talk to myself. Oh, dang it. Taking damage sucks. If you take a hit here, you'll barely miss the block. So yeah, you can't take damage at all. If you don't have a mushroom before the stage, you're dead. You cannot beat the first room while small. So scratch that. You really do need it. You need to be big going in the level. Small, nope, you're gone. Rip. So let's go in again. Let's see how this thing goes. Since we're able to, since this time we hit it with the super mushroom, that means you got the acorn, which is great for us. Because that means that this level won't be as impossible as it probably would have been. What you need to watch out for through the entirety of this level is definitely the fire bros. You can grab onto the moving platforms until another one below you moves out of the way, which gives you the opportunity. But be very careful. There are many things in this stage that can crush you if you're not careful. And the fire bros. Oh, the fire bros. Along with the fact that when you're doing the extra flutter, you fall slowly, which makes it kind of difficult to predict if you're going to land on a fireball. Just to be safe, at parts like these, don't try to take a short route. Be very slow and steady, and don't be impatient at all. Or else you're probably going to get crushed, you're going to take damage, like me, of course. When I was describing it as an example, of course, I had to take damage. Because in parts like these, taking damage is really, really bad. You're going to fall all the way down, and getting back up is not fun. Just like World 1's tower, it may be impossible to climb up these things without the power-up. So you'll either have to go back and get one if you hopefully didn't take one already. And if not, you're dead. And you'll probably have to go back and get another one. In situations like these, if you took damage, you're completely trapped. So you're going to have to wait the timer out. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, I got another mushroom. Let's see how things go now. If you take damage at all during the stage and you don't have any source of a question block, you're gonna die. It's not like in the tower where it was just one jump that required you to have the acorn. No. This requires you to have it the entire time. If you take any hits at all, you're probably not going to make it. This is the hardest tower in the challenge. The World 5 tower, World 1 tower, none of them are nearly as hard as this one in this challenge. And you're going to have to use all your skills to get through and be super careful. For one wrong move, like this, will mean certain death. Something lucky though, if you're fast enough, you can kind of jump on some of the platforms on top that are close to each other while they're going up and down, which might be the one thing that saves your life, unless, you get sniped by a fireball. Then we got some more problems. You'll have to go back and get it again. Like I said, this tower is the hardest tower we'll face in this entire challenge. After all, we're only facing 3. Okay. Gotta be careful. There we go. If I mess up, if I make a single mistake, it's over. I think one of the biggest problems with this level is the fact that the fireballs come out of nowhere. You never see them coming. Getting to this is what you see on screen is the first time that I got to the pipe, which is only leading to the halfway point. Yeah, not only is this level hard and basically putting everything that we've done to the test, but it's also so long. On the bright side, if we had a mushroom here, we'd probably get a power up or something. Since we do have the acorn though, we might be able to take some shortcuts, which will make our lives so much easier. Just always watch out for the fire bros, because they're everywhere. You just can't escape them. And if you accidentally hit a block, that may have contained something helpful in case you took damage. Too bad, so sad. Hopefully you didn't unload it. Like, for example, right here. Thank gosh it was close enough to me. I would have been pretty angry. And, of course, maybe this guy, we can get under. But then what? We're stuck here. Not again. Yep, nothing. Guess I gotta wait at the timer. Once you reach the midway point of the stage, having mushrooms with you will definitely be a good idea. Maybe that question block will give us the acorn seed if we just have the mushroom with us. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, by the way, this thing's been eating at my life so many times that it's even asking if I want some help. As you can see, it didn't give us anything, so what was the point of it being there? Anyways, we might be able to climb up if we're very, very careful, but you see, no we can't. We actually can't. I hate to admit it. What I did notice though is that we're able to make ourselves slide down a wall. So it might be possible that maybe we could do a spinning wall jump, but I don't think so. Even then, we would be going outward, which would not give us the height we need. So it seems like we're gonna have to wait at the time. We can get ourselves killed by the dry bones here. Okay. My idea. Huh. Aha, there's something here. If only I could just get to it though. I gotta be careful about everything around me. I made it! Oh my gosh, I can't believe that actually worked. Oh. Huh. Okay, well, this doesn't seem too bad, right? Just gotta squeeze. Yes. Yes. I think it's actually... Did we do it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it ate almost all of my lives. It took so many lives from me. But we finally made it to the end of the tower. Now all that's left is to fight the boss. For this part, I do recommend you have the acorn suit because you kind of need it. Kamek pops up randomly, so make sure you're always ready for her and now you're not standing on top of her. You always got to be careful, especially during this part. If you take a single hit during this battle, it's all over again. So make sure you're constantly careful. You can try standing at the top if it makes you feel better. This is so intense. That was scary. We got some enemies to watch out for now. Got him. Well, this might be the hardest level in the challenge, but after all that pain, we now know it's possible to beat the World 7 Tower. This... Just wow. This was so painful. Only now does this tornado become humongous. This took up most of the video. Now for the ghost house, luckily, things will not be so hard. At the beginning, since we still have our acorn suit, we can enter the door with these. And then once we're in here, here's where things get interesting. First things first, we gotta get to, you see the top left corner. That's where the secret exit is. So all we have to do is, without taking damage, go through all of these. Now this part's pretty easy. We can just duck down and we'll be safe for most of the time. Not that much stuff to actually worry about. Just keep ducking. During this part though, you might have to spin jump at least once, just to ensure that you're going to be safe. Taking damage here is kind of bad, so be very careful about that. You can grab the fire flower if it makes you feel better. Watch out, because the thing will start moving back. Now the secret exit might be a bit more difficult, but we'll still be able to make it because of this spring. Now when we're spin jumping on the spring, we have to do it from a distance. There's another problem though. As you can see, we can't bounce higher unless we're pressing B or A. I think you see the problem here. This does mean that the acorn suit is required. So, have to be careful here. Maybe if we get him to break these boxes, there might be something useful. A mushroom? Not that much though. So, I believe we do actually need it, so guess I'm going back then. Okay, let's see if this time we can avoid the ghosts, because those are causing a lot of problems for us. Okay, we can start by sliding. It's these that worry me. Maybe if we do this. Yeah, I did it! Okay, now we got through that part. The rest should be pretty easy since we already know where to go. We go up here, we go up here, up here. We don't use the spring. Then we go into this door. What's the worst that can happen? Seems like a pretty normal room full of question blocks. And they're evil, of course they are. This part's pretty simple. Just be good at dodging. These things are pretty easy to dodge. You can tell which ones are fakes because the question mark on will not be cycling around the box. And then as we go through, we go down the stairs, keep going this way, and we spin jump up. And boom. Now we're going to be going straight to the castle because this is where the secret exit is. So all we do from here is be very, very careful because, you know, we don't want to waste any of our acorns. Or else we'll have to go back to the first level again. That's annoying. So just like that, we're already entering the final level of World 7. The final level of this video. Now, since the tower took longer than I expected, I won't be covering the airship. I'll be covering that in our final part, which is part 4. Okay, here we go. Secret exit time. Forget all those other levels. Now, the final stage is about crushing things. Lots of crushing things. Things that crush you. And the Hammer Bros and Simmer Bros and stuff. This will get very annoying. You might get sniped at any moment, and nobody wants to be sniped at any moment. So, for this one, just like the tower, we're going to have to be very careful. However, I don't believe that it's going to be as hard as the tower. I think this might actually be pretty easy. Also, as it just mirrors the background for this stage, so cool. I love it. Okay, back to main stuff. We can spin jump over everything until we reach the first thing that makes me mad. This fire bro. By spin jumping on the question mark blocks, we can jump over it carefully. These scare me. I don't know how we're gonna get through this unless we can do this, this, this. Squeezing through these are going to require a lot of precision, and you have to make sure that you really know how this level works before taking it on. You should make sure you really know your route. These guys throw hammers and they freeze you in place, which is really bad for a level like this. What I recommend you do first is jump like this so that you can get past them before they hit the floor. Make sure they get off screen. Next one does not look good with all these amps. You can spin jump at this moment, but watch out. You're going to have to keep spin jumping because this guy's going to hit the floor. Right here, just go straight through, because if you start waiting, then you're not going to make it in time, because there's going to be a hammer that probably hit you. It always happens to me. Anyways, we keep going through. So far, everything's seeming well. I haven't taken a single hit. Uh-oh, fire bro. See what we did before. And the sumo bro. Oh no, things aren't looking too well in this final part before the room. Taking damage is okay, because you're able to make this jump. Just be very careful about the boss afterwards. It's easier with the acorn suit, but you can do it without, luckily, since you're able to spin jump on Ludwig when he drops down. It's just that things will get difficult when he's jumping around, but it's definitely possible. Unlike Chemic's battle, it is possible without the acorn suit. It's just slightly more difficult. Let's do this, guys. Hey, Ludwig. If you don't want to go through all the pain and more pain and more pain and more pain, first make sure you found the right Ludwig. The one that shoots 3 missiles is the correct one. As soon as he gets up, immediately jump on him again. So try to actually follow the shell, so that you can be prepared to jump on him once he gets up. Just so that you won't have to keep worrying, because Ludwig and the next Ludwig. And just like that, you've completed World 7. There's one more world to go. This will be great. And that ends this episode right here. Thank you so much for watching. And, yeah. This challenge will conclude in the finale and to World 8. Bye-bye, Ludwig. Have a nice trip.